are live. Once again, it is the Field of 68's Best Bets podcast. My name is Rob Dauster. Joining me is my lovely, lovely co-host, the one and only Jeffrey Goodman. Jeff, I heard you got a little bit of an ugly day down there in Charleston. What is it, like 50 degrees, rainy? You can't go sit out on your yacht today?
No, 55, windy, a little cool. I was hoping that you would be shoveling snow today, Rob.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, we're actually getting snow tomorrow.
Terrific. You know what? That makes my 2 weeks, knowing that you're going to break out your snow shovel while I've got I don't know if you can see the tan that I've got, but I'm rather red from all the sun that I've accumulated down here in Charleston.
Good for you.
I'm also about 10 pounds heavier from. We did another banana pudding last night. It was not the right call. It was very disappointing. But the banana, we did. What did we do? Cornbread. The cornbread was really good.
Hey, there's Melissa.
Yes, she reminded me. The cornbread was really good, so it was worth it for that.
All right, so we're going to get into tonight's slate, but real quick for people that haven't been paying attention, Keyontae Johnson was moved to the Gainesville hospital from the Tallahassee hospital, which is good news that he was stable enough for them to be able to move him. He is responding to basic commands, which again is a positive. I spoke with an ER doctor the other day that basically said, like, if he's responding to commands after what he went through, that's generally a good sign. But he was put into a medically induced coma, which I guess doesn't necessarily mean the worst. It just kind of means his body isn't quite ready for. It's a way that they can help you heal. Yeah,
the fall he took, Rob. I mean, again, he went down hard, so you wonder. And again, you don't want to speculate too much, but obviously, to the brain, how that affected him neurologically. And again, whether or not he was ready, they wanted to get him to Shands, is what I was told, in Gainesville, which is known as the best hospital in the state of Florida, before they got him out of the coma. So hopefully he's doing better. I haven't heard anything as of last night, but again, prayers to Keyontae Johnson, prayers to his family. And hopefully he'll start to improve here over the next day or two.
Yeah, I don't want to try to overreact to things that we don't have information on, but it does. Some of the messages they sent out did not seem all that great yesterday. But in talking with doctors that actually kind of have an idea of what's going on, they said that it's he's not out of the woods, but it's not necessarily all that negative, or as negative as I was kind of assuming some of that stuff could be. But I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to pretend to play one on the Field of 68 Best Bets podcast. All right, let's get into tonight's slate. Before we do, I have to tell you guys about the official odds provider of the Field of 68 Media Network. That is DraftKings Sportsbook. The 2021 season is here. The teams around the country, they took the offseason to retool and revamp and develop and reload, but they are now on the court. We are playing. We are having a season. Hopefully it lasts until March. DraftKings Sportsbook is America's top-rated sportsbook app, and they've rolled out another one of their can't-miss offers. Trying DraftKings Sportsbook is easy, so what are you waiting for? Get in on all of the action now. To celebrate the return of college basketball, DraftKings Sportsbook is giving new players 100-to-1 odds on any featured matchup this week. That's right. All you have to do is bet $1 on any featured matchup this week, and if your team wins, you get a crisp $100 bill. Well, not a dollar bill. You get $100 into your DraftKings account, but same thing. $100 is $100. So while we are all excited for the return of basketball, let's not forget football playoffs are right around the corner. Hopefully, last night you had the Ravens -3.5 instead of the Browns +3.5. Otherwise, that might have been the worst beat of the century. So check out DraftKings, the DraftKings Sportsbook app for daily odds boost. Today, what they have for college hoops is you can get the Furman, Wofford, and Wichita State money lines parlayed for 8.6-to-1 odds. That's +860. And you can also get Virginia Tech, St. Louis, and Florida State parlayed at +190. That's basically 2-to-1 odds, more or less, on their money lines. That's pretty good. St. Louis is an 8-point favorite. Florida State is a 13-point favorite. Virginia Tech, I don't know about that one. We're going to talk about that one a little bit later. I don't know if I love that odds boost. But DraftKings is safe, it's secure, it's reliable. It makes it easier for you to deposit and withdraw your money at your convenience. I can confirm this because I've been using the app for 2 years. So download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code FIELD68. That's promo code FIELD68 when you sign up to get 100-to-1 odds on any featured matchup this week. That's code FIELD68 for new players to get a shot at $100 on any featured matchup for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. You must be 21 or older in New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or in Indiana, 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Jeffrey, what's your favorite bet tonight?
I think Illinois State. I'm going to keep fading Chicago State, Robert. And Illinois State, Dan Muller giving 21.5 to Chicago State, who still won't have its head coach, Lance Irvin. They're banged up, and they've been getting blown out. So I'm going to take Illinois State in this one, who isn't great in the Valley, but I think that's part of the reason I like them here is when teams like that have a chance to get a win. I think they're going to blow out a team like Chicago State. So given 21.5, that's my best bet for today.
Yeah, fade Chicago State at all costs. We've kind of gotten to that point this season. The last time that we did this against Loyola, they were favored, but Loyola was favored by 35.5, and they were up 8 at halftime. They were up 35 with 40 seconds left, and Jake Wojcik, shout out to Jake Wojcik, hit a pull-up jumper against the walk-on, or as a walk-on, to get us the cover. It was the only time in the entire game that Loyola was covering that number, but they get it. They got a dub, baby. A win is a win. A dub is
we'll take it any way we can. Illinois State, just give it to us.
Yeah. All right. Illinois State. Along those same lines, I'm going to propose that we also bet on UCLA minus 23.
I had it circled. Yes.
Against Long Beach State. There's two reasons for this. One, like we've talked about this on the stream before, like Long Beach State had a whole bunch of stuff going on with the terms of the COVID protocols and how much they could practice and like the interaction that they had. I spoke with one coach that played them last week who said that Long Beach State might be the worst team he's ever seen. Actually, no, I'm sorry. He didn't play him. He was watching them on film for a game that's coming up, but he said that.
So it's a UCLA assistant, is what you're telling me.
No. He was. I don't want to give it away, but it was not a UCLA assistant. But he said like Long Beach State might be the worst team that he's ever seen.
They were practicing like on tennis courts. I mean, what do you expect? They weren't great to begin with, and now they couldn't even practice inside.
Yeah. And along those same lines, we talked about this again last week when we said that you should take UCLA against Marquette. With Jalen Hill, UCLA is a much, much different team, especially on the defensive end of the floor than without him. The other part that I just think the matchup makes sense, like Long Beach State wants to run. UCLA does not. So they're going to get him into a half-court game, and I just don't see how Long Beach State can operate against UCLA's half-court defense, especially with Jalen Hill. There's something like 25 points per 100 possessions better defensively with Jalen Hill in the lineup than without him, which is just like an insane split. Yeah. So UCLA minus 23. What else you got?
Austin Peay. They're finally going to get going. I was really on them preseason. Really, really liked them. They got smashed by Murray State by 130 points. They're given 13 against Florida A&M. I like give the points. Let's go P. I mean, honestly, that was my problem with the last one. I never said let's go P. So when you say it, it changes absolutely everything. So good karma. Let's go P.
Okay, you can have that one. I'm going to let you have that one. You've been talking about Austin Peay for quite literally like 8 months now. Yeah. 8 months. Like I'm not even joking. In April, when we were like just starting to quarantine, like in our group text, it was like, just wait till you see Austin Peay next year. Matt Figure, he's got this thing figured out.
Terry Taylor, Jordan Adams. Let's go FMP.
So my favorite bet of the day and the line that makes the least amount of sense to me is Clemson +1 at Virginia Tech.
Totally.
I've I've already fired at the money line. I'm expecting that line to move. So if you can get it now, I would get it as soon as possible. The money line at DraftKings Sportsbook is plus 100, which means you can double your money. Um, I don't understand why that line is what it is. I think it has to do with the fact that Clemson is like Clemson and doesn't necessarily get
That's very true.
the
Very
respect
true.
for what they were doing. But like that is a really good basketball team this year. They've won some games. I believe they're 6-0. They just beat the doors off of Maryland, and they match up like the whole thing about Virginia Tech. What makes them difficult to play against is they can kind of go with like this 5-out look, and they run some complicated um, offensive sets. And like Mike Young is a really smart basketball mind, but Clemson can go small. They play Amir Sims at the 5, who, by the way, like super underrated NBA prospect long term. I think Amir Sims plays in the NBA. They put 4 guards around him. Um, we saw what they did against Duke last year at Clemson when Duke tried to figure out how to deal with Amir Sims playing out of the high post, and they just couldn't figure anything out. Clemson's strength is also on the defensive end of the floor. So I think they'll find a way to kind of smother what Virginia Tech wants to run offensively, and they're going to have the best player on the floor. There's no home court advantage anywhere in college basketball this year, so I'd love Clemson plus 100.
You know what?
It's my favorite bet of the day.
It looks too easy, so I'm staying away. Honestly, that's my biggest worry with this one is Clemson 5-0. The spread just looks like it's just a sucker bet. So I'm staying away, but I understand it's hard for me to stay away from this one because you look at it and you're like, it should be 5 or 6 points, and it's not. So I just don't trust this one. Maybe I don't trust Clemson yet, and I need to.
Fair enough. I mean, nobody should trust Clemson.
Right. That's part of the problem, isn't it?
Except me on the money line. Let's go.
Well, we'll see what you got. What the best game of the night is Illinois, Minnesota, clearly. And Big Ten matchup. Minnesota brought in a couple of good transfers this year. Liam Robbins being one of them.
Say the other one's name. Say the other one's name.
Booth Gotch. Booth
It's
Gotch.
hard. It's hard. Yeah, I think you got it right.
It's Booth Gotch.
He can play. Remember he put up 20 against Kentucky last year?
Yeah. No, he's good because he's super athletic. He's kind of what Minnesota needs. But listen, their best player is Marcus Carr, a terrific, underrated guard. So Io, I mean, the great thing for Io is he's got up against some really good guards so far this year. And Marcus Carr will be the next one. I don't know. I don't have a great feel for this. I guess if you put a gun to my head, I'd probably go Illinois and give the 8 points. But Minnesota's got talent. They're older. You're taking the points. You're taking the points. All right. No, that's fair. That's fair. I just think, again, Illinois, when they're on, when they got it going and they're making shots, they could blow teams out. And I think this could be one of those where we're starting to feel good about Minnesota. And it may be I think Minnesota is just going to be that helter-skelter team all year that we're not going to know whether you can trust them or not.
So this is strictly matchup based for me. Well, there's 2 reasons why I like Minnesota in this spot. One of them is Ken Pom has that spread at Minnesota plus 5, and DraftKings Sportsbook has that spread at Minnesota plus 8. So you're getting 3 points of value there based off of some of the projections, and that's not the perfect way to do it. But you should never
wait. Can I poke some holes in your Ken Pom bullshit?
No, you don't. It's first of all,
I'm poking some holes.
Second of all, it's not. You should never bet strictly based off of what Ken Pom is saying, but it's a good guide to go off of if what you're seeing and what you feel. Like if I'm seeing like, okay, I don't think I want to be on Minnesota here, and then it says it's plus 8, and then Ken Pom says it should be plus 5, then it's like, okay, well, what I'm seeing makes a lot of sense. It's backed up by the Ken Pom spread. It's just a piece of data, just like this, where, okay, 30% of the offensive possessions that Minnesota runs end in ball screens. 54% of the offensive possessions that Marcus Carr uses, he's the highest usage player on Minnesota, and 54% of his possessions end in ball screens. We know that the biggest issue that Illinois has defensively this year is guarding ball screens. They rank in the 60th percentile in defending ball screens, pick and roll ball handlers, according to Synergy. They rank in the 38th percentile in defending pick and rolls when the ball goes to the roll man. And all what that tells me is they're going to play Kofi Coburn and Georgie either off the floor or just completely take advantage of them. And Marcus Carr is a good ball screen point guard.
He is.
So,
he is. Again, I don't have a great feel on this game. I really don't, and I think it'd be hard to right now. But I guess I give the 8. It sounds like you're going the other way. Are you taking Minnesota? You like him?
Yep. Yeah,
all right.
I like it. It's probably my second favorite bet of the day.
That's your favorite bet?
No, the Clemson money line is my favorite bet, and that's probably my second favorite bet. Well, like fading Long Beach State and fading Chicago State are just kind of like
every game. They're going to be every game.
Yeah, it's like process plays. So I don't know if I love calling those like favorite bets, but they're bets that I'm going to make. The only other game that I have circled and I'm interested in, but I don't know if I want to take yet, is Stanford minus 16 against your boy Mark Gottfried on the road.
Don't go against God. Now you're going to make me have to find the picture again.
No, don't find the picture. We've all seen
I like it. Makes me feel better about life when I look at that picture of Mark Gottfried with the hat on, with a smile on some beach somewhere. I mean, he could be on a beach somewhere today and be flying back in for the game tonight. It would not shock me at all. That's God. But so you're fading God is what you're telling me.
I don't know. I don't know if I like the spot because Stanford's on the road. They've kind of been like in a little, I don't want to say like upheaval or turmoil or anything, but like based off of the regulations that you have in that area of California, like they had to spend some extra time in North Carolina. So I don't know. Like it seems like that line is too low for a Stanford team that I think is really, really good. But it's also like it's on the road. They've been playing all of these like
maybe know where they're playing it, but it's not on the road, right? It's on the road for both teams. They're not playing. Aren't they playing somewhere? They're not playing in Northridge.
Either way, it's not in Palo Alto.
Maybe it is. No, I think it is. You're right. It's at the Matadome. It is. It's at the Matadome. Early game though. Listen, that's gotta hurt God. I mean, like he's waking up at like noon. I mean, honestly, is he even going to make it for the start of the game?
Probably not. He definitely won't be there. He definitely won't be there for the anthem.
Probably not. All right, so I'm staying away from that one. The game I like, which actually I think is the second best game of the day, is Georgia Tech, Florida State. Right? Isn't that the second best game of the day? Pretty much.
Yeah, probably.
It's a good game.
That's 100% a stay away from me, though. I don't. Yeah,
I like the points. I'm going to take Josh Pastner and the Shield, and I'm going to take the points. It's 8 points. Florida State. Listen, they looked great the other day, but they looked great after Keyontae Johnson had the incident happen with Keyontae. Like they weren't great early, and I'm not sure how good they are right now after losing 2 lottery picks and Trent Forrest. Georgia Tech's older. We talked about it. They got some confidence now after beating Kentucky. Like, I don't know. I'll take the 8 there. I think Georgia Tech could beat them.
Yeah, I mean it's the right process, and maybe you're right. That's something that we should be on, but it just I don't know how Florida State's players would react to what they saw. I know that a lot of them were in tears after that game, after Keyontae Johnson collapsed.
Wouldn't that make you want to take Georgia Tech even more?
I don't know. I don't want to try to break down the psychology of.
Yeah, I'll just take the points there. I'm taking the points just because I don't know how good Florida State is yet. And remember, they start a little bit later than most. They've only played a few games. Georgia Tech's now they didn't go contact in the preseason. They've now played a bunch of games, so they've started to get their legs back. They're pretty talented too. Like it's not like Georgia Tech doesn't have experience and enough talent. They were supposed to be a team that could be an NCAA tournament team this year, where Florida State's still trying to figure out all the roles and everything like that. I like Georgia Tech here getting 8.
Yeah, Moses Wright is really good. They got some good guards. So It makes sense. I understand what you're doing. I understand what you're doing. All right. So my plays are: I have the Clemson money line, I have Minnesota +8, I have UCLA -23, and I have Illinois State -22.
All right, I'm on with you. UCLA, Illinois State. We're together on that. I got my Let's Go P. I need a Let's Go P hat. Hey, speaking of which, can Home Field Apparel do a little let Austin P gear?
Let's check.
I don't think they have any. I would have already got it. They don't have any. I'm telling
They
you.
don't have any.
I would have
So
seen.
here's what you have to do. If Home Field Apparel, which by the way is an independently owned and officially licensed collegiate apparel company that has partnered with us, homefieldapparel.com, 20% off your first purchase with the promo code Field of 68. If they don't have the teams that you want on their website, you know what you got to do, Jeff? Just tweet them. You tweet at they're at Home Field Apparel, no E in apparel, at Home Field Apparel. Just tweet at them and tell them what teams you want.
All
Tell
right.
them what gear you want. And if you do that, then that convinces them. Because here's the process. Like, I'm going to get deep into the business model of Home Field Apparel. If you tweet at them and tell them what you want to buy, they will make it for you because they make money off of the stuff that you buy from them.
All right. I'm listen.
Complicated, right? So if a whole bunch of people send them to say, we want Let's Go P t-shirts, they're going to make Let's Go P t-shirts.
I mean, who would want Let's Go P t-shirts? Seriously, you're telling me you wouldn't wear one?
I mean, I absolutely would.
That's what I mean.
That's a real question.
Like, I'm going to order you one too. Honestly,
perfect. Yeah, there you go.
I'm going to buy you one also. 20% off on me. Let's Go P t-shirt. It's on me.
It's the first time you've ever bought me anything, and of course, it's 20% off. Makes total sense.
And it'll be the last. It'll be the last.
There you go. There you go. All right, Jeffrey. Tell everyone your plays, and let's get out of here.
What are Austin P, UCLA, Illinois State, Georgia Tech, and that's it, I believe. Yeah, that's it. That's it for me. Those four.
All right, and in case anyone was doubting, I'm getting the bets in right now. DraftKings Sportsbook app.
I was 3-0 yesterday, by the way, Robert.
I was 2-1. 2-1.
Yeah, what your loss
was who lost?
It was one that I didn't go with you on.
I can't remember who lost.
Tried to convince me. I think you tried to convince me, and it didn't go well. It was who'd you lose on yesterday?
I don't remember.
Hold on, I'll tell you right now. It was we both had Rutgers with my good inside info that helped me feel good about it. You had we both had the Creighton Marquette over. I had San Diego, but you lost one. What'd you lose on? Maybe you didn't lose.
No, I lost one. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember who I took. It's not that big of a deal. No one cares about it. All right, Jeff, we're going to get out of here.
Later, Rob.
Later.